Hello, beautiful human! Today I'm going to be teaching you how to get more energy. The most common comment that I get on YouTube and on my TikTok account and even in real life is, how do you have so much energy, Luna? People regularly ask me if I drink a lot of caffeine. I've even been asked if I do like energy enhancing drugs. I do not do either of those things. I thought that it was just something about me that people were noticing. But recently I've come to the realization that it's something that people actually admire about me. It's something that other people want. So I've spent the last few weeks kind of documenting my energy levels, kind of thinking through what gives me energy, how I have so much energy, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. I want you to know that the reason why I'm making this video is that it's not just something that I have innately. It really is the product of different things that I do and different mindsets that I have. It's totally possible for you to have this much energy too if you want it. Let's get started with the tips. I love the word tips. So I want to start off by talking about the difference between three things: energy, happiness, and productivity. They're related in that increasing any one of these things can also increase the other two. So having more energy can make you more productive and make you happier. But it's not necessarily always the case. For example, you can have a ton of energy, but not really do anything, so then you're not productive, and still be upset, so then you're not happy. Today we're only gonna be focusing on energy. And if you want me to make a video about how to be happier and how to be more productive, I can also do that. However, by increasing any one of these three elements, you can make people believe that you have more of the other two. For example, I always have a lot of energy when I go to class, and my classmates and teachers often ask me, how are you so happy all the time? I'm not always happy when I'm in class. Sometimes I had a really bad day. But because people associate having a lot of energy with being happy, it's easy for them to believe that I'm happy. If you want the best of both worlds, or the best of all three worlds, then you're gonna wanna focus on every single one of them. But it's kind of a win-win situation, because if you focus on one of them, you can usually transfer that into the other ones as well. Another thing I want to point out is that you don't have to channel your energy the same way that I do. You can be very stoic, not do a lot of facial expression. You could just sit there on your computer all day, but you'll be able to do more work. You'll be able to feel better, feel more energized. But you don't have to have it be at the forefront of your personality, as I kind of do. Let's talk about the things that are zapping your energy so that you can stop selling yourself short. First of all, caffeine. You cannot consume caffeine regularly and still have a ton of energy. And I know that that sounds kind of counterproductive because, you know, caffeine gives you energy. But if you're relying on something else to give you energy, then you're gonna get addicted to that fake chemical energy, which means that when you're not on caffeine, you're gonna have a lot less energy than you otherwise would. I know that sometimes we have to drink caffeine. I drink caffeine about once a month. Because I only drink caffeine about once a month, when I drink it, it's so much more effective and I have to drink so much less of it, which saves me time, money, etc. If you are currently addicted to caffeine in any form, that's totally okay. I was addicted to energy drinks 2 years ago, my freshman year of college. I was in 19 units of classes, I was in 3 different plays at the same time, and I was sleeping like 4 hours a night. And the only way that I could get through that was by drinking Monster Energy. Why is this making me crave a Monster? The one super fast tip that I can give you is to replace whatever you're addicted to. For example, if you're addicted to drinking coffee, replace it with something else like juice or water, so that way you still get like the placebo feeling of consuming something, even though it's not the coffee. And then, of course, it will take a while for your body to adjust, and so if you're really addicted to like 8 cups of coffee a day, you're going to want to narrow it down slowly, like 8 cups one week, 7 cups the next week, 6 cups, blah, 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 until you're down to 0. The other thing that is selling your energy short is not drinking enough water. You have to be drinking 8 cups a day. If you don't have water, you cannot break down food to make energy. And also, I don't want to get too much into this because I'm not a dietitian, but there are certain foods or anything very heavy that make you sluggish. I am a vegetarian, so that might contribute to my energy levels, but I do just like to eat things that make me feel light. And so a lot of the times that's like fruits, vegetables. Those make me feel very light, very movable, which like lets energy flow through me. if that makes any sense. That sounds so weird. Okay, so now let's talk about sleep. If possible, get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. I sleep about 9 to 10 hours a night. I know that that's crazy for some people. A lot of us have like so much schoolwork to do, so much like work to do. So here's what you can do if you cannot get 8 hours of sleep a night. You just have to start believing that you only need X hours of sleep a night. So if you believe so deeply that you only need 5 hours of sleep a night to feel completely rested, then it is 100% possible for you to go to sleep for only 5 hours and then wake up feeling completely refreshed like you slept 8 hours. It's all a mindset. That being said, we are only talking about energy here. Not sleeping enough can actually shorten your lifespan. It can lead to diseases, tons of things like that. So do get 8 hours of sleep a night if you can, but if you can't, believe that you've gotten enough sleep. An easy way to do this is with affirmations. You can do affirmations either verbally, you can write them down, you can put them on a poster on your wall and look at them every day. Create an affirmation that says, I only need 5 hours of sleep a night to feel well rested. Keep on repeating it until you believe it, and then that's yours forever. But do just be careful and please get 8 hours of sleep if you can to take care of yourself. Also, sleeping more makes you more beautiful. Okay, so another really cool way to get more energy is to absorb it from other people that you're around. This is one of my favorites because then you get to like share energy with people. It like puts you on the same wavelength and it's so cool. As human beings, we are all super sensitive to other people's auras, to how other people are feeling. And yes, some people are more in tune with this than other people, but it can always be worked on. So if I hang out with someone that didn't sleep enough, that's really tired and grouchy, I'm gonna feel like I didn't sleep enough. But if I hang out with somebody who's like super caffeinated or even just super naturally energetic, then I kind of feed off of them. We kind of like get this banter, we kind of get this flow going where we both have a ton of energy. So if you can, if you're feeling low on energy, try to hang out with someone who has a little bit more energy than you. And don't worry, you're not gonna like steal their energy or anything. And actually by sharing their energy with them, you'll probably end up amplifying their original energy too. Another added perk of this is once you increase your energy levels by following all these tips, your high level of energy is going to attract people to you. One of the big things that my friends value about me, because they always tell me this, is how much energy I have, because it makes them feel more energetic and alive too. Okay, so my next tip for getting more energy, you guys are gonna hate me, you're gonna hate me so much, but the tip is to exercise. I know, I hate myself too, you guys. I hate myself so much, but really, it works. Exercising physically just wakes up your body. You're moving it. You're getting your blood flowing. You're getting your heart pumping. You just are gonna feel more awake after you exercise. Now that being said, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. What I always do, if I'm like about to fall asleep, it's like 2 a.m., I'm reading a textbook, I am literally about to fall asleep. I do 20 jumping jacks. I kind of like go for a little walk around my living room. I sit back down, I keep reading. And that will give me energy for at least like 30 more minutes, then I might have to like rinse and repeat. I know this tip is kind of cliche, but you guys, if you do things that you are passionate about, you are just naturally gonna have more energy. I mean, think about it. When you're like doing homework for a class that you don't like, you're just not motivated. You just don't have the energy to do it. It just sucks. But when you're working on something that you are innately passionate about, you will have more energy. That being said, if you are working on something like homework, you can kind of use the flow property of energy to get more energy for the tasks that you don't want to do. If you start with a homework task that is easier, you're gonna build up that momentum, you're gonna build up that energy, and then you just fly right through the easy one, and then you get to the harder one that you don't like as much, and then it kind of like flows right through. Another thing that I can recommend is being present. Now, this is easier said than done. What is being present? The best way that I can describe it is being in the moment instead of just in yourself. If you're engaged with the things outside of yourself, and especially if you're curious about things outside yourself, you're gonna have more energy because your brain and your body wanna figure things out. For example, if you meet someone that you think is really attractive and then you get like butterflies, you know, there's a lot of energy going through your body. This is coming from someone who's never had a crush, so Take this with a grain of salt. You're like anticipating what's gonna happen. You're like buzz. You're like buzz. You're looking at them. Your focus is on them. You wanna see what they're gonna do. You wanna see if they like you. You get called into the principal's office and you're like, oh, Christmas crackers, like, I'm in trouble. And it's not positive energy, but there's gonna be energy flowing through you. And you're gonna be watching the principal very closely to see what they're gonna do to you. If you're gonna be in trouble, you're gonna be paying attention to everything. And paying attention to everything, asking questions about things, being engaged, gives you more energy. I'm also a big fan of using hype music for energy, a song that you already know, that you really, really love, that hypes you up, that you can dance to, that just makes you like, bah! Inside. And the more you get into it, the more you sing along, the more you jump around, the more you dance, the more energy you're gonna get from it, because you're gonna be more a part of the experience of the music instead of just observing it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna be giving you guys some quick, really practical tips to get more energy in any one moment. Okay, here's the first. So you take your ear, and along the side here, you just pinch, 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 all the way down your earlobe, and then do it on the other side. I have no idea why this works. I watched it in like an acupressure video, and it has always worked for me. Wait, now I feel uneven and I want to do it on the other side. Okay, the next tip is something that I worked in a voice class, but the class was taught by somebody who does energy work professionally, so she knows a lot about like energy work. Basically, you tap your entire body, legs, feet, everything, and that's gonna make you feel kind of fizzy. Your skin's gonna be like buzz. It's just gonna like put energy all over your body. And then to kind of smooth out that energy, to make it more smooth and internal, you're gonna brush down your entire body. Again, just brush everything all the way down to your feet. Start from your head, go to your feet. And then you're gonna have just like a layer. That's kind of what it feels like, just like a little like frosted on layer of energy all over your body, inside your body. Another quick tip, this is something I learned from watching a YouTube video when I was like 10. I have no idea how scientifically accurate it is, but you flick your eyes from side to side 20 times and it's supposed to wake you up. I've done it before. I don't know if it's just a placebo, but it has worked for me. And a lot of people also say to take specifically a 20-minute nap if you have time to take a nap. So I think that those are all very practical tips that you can apply in your life. But the last thing that I'm gonna say, and this is probably the most important, is cultivating a mindset. If you cultivate a mindset for anything, that thing will automatically be yours as soon as you 100% believe it. So if you constantly tell yourself, I am so energetic, that's just part of me, you're just gonna be energetic. If you guys want a detailed video about how I use law of attraction, how I use affirmations, things like that, I can definitely make one of those. But long story short, just believe that you're energetic. And if you're not already energetic, then it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna be cognitive dissonance, which is basically like your reality does not match what you're telling yourself. But eventually you will believe it if you keep on telling yourself, and then that will be yours forever. Unless you decide to like negatively affirm it because you want to get rid of the energy, but I'm not sure why you would want less energy. Unless you do, maybe you do, I don't know. So those are all my tips for having more energy. Please keep in mind that nothing here is like scientifically researched by me. These are all just things that I do to have more energy, and I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people want to know how I have so much energy, so this is how. You all are so beautiful and amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and stay energized. Energy jazz hands.